For the full debut against Arsenal, you knew you were playing a day or so beforehand.
Yeah.
You could prepare for it. Were the nerves building up?
No, not really, not as much as what I thought they would be. I mean, before the game I went out for a warm-up with Les and I was completely relaxed and I just couldn't wait for the game to start.
Now, making your debut at Highbury against the England fullback is a formidable experience for anybody.
I suppose, but I wasn't really frightened. I mean, he had more to lose than me, I suppose, in a way. I mean, it's my first game. Nothing much was really expected. So I just went out and enjoyed myself.
And being an attacking player, you need to be positive and confident all the time, don't you?
That's right, yeah, definitely. But especially against someone like Lee Dixon as well, so...
And the manager throwing you in, I mean, I think it's given all the youngsters great heart at the club, hasn't it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's quite a few of the lads now. There's Martin, Stefan, Neil Cox, they've all played first-team football. So, you know, the boss is great like that. He gives the younger boys a big chance.
I think what's happened over this weekend is of a great boost to everyone at the club. And it's not a surprise to him because, speaking to him quite often, I mean, he's wanted to pitch one or two in for a while. But I must admit, I haven't missed playing football, so not particularly really since I've finished playing. But this weekend, when I knew that Froggatt was making his first game at Arsenal, I did suddenly think, well, you lucky so-and-so.
Richardson used to be here, of course, helps it on towards Regis. Well, two old campaigners there, O'Leary and Regis, but O'Leary loses it out to Daly and Adams comes across. And it's a corner kick to Villa. Keith Hackett, FIFA referee. Richardson, and easily taken by Davidson. See Daly trying to get outside Adams, couldn't do so. Smith. Well, he bounced about a bit, Merson in the end, but over the target. It's a good job Seaver knew what Dixon was doing there. He's caught him out once at Coventry this season. Parker watches Hillier all the way. Merson comes short for the ball, then tries to fire one in over their Seeley. He seems reasonably unimpressed by the effort. Dixon. Challenge there from Froggatt. Batted in there, didn't he, young Stephen, and David Hillier, another youngster. As it's played into the middle here, and a challenge for Campbell. Oh, Seeley, good grief, what a save. Keith Hackett wants treatment administered to the two players. But it was quite a clatter, look at that. Yeah. Smith. Carter. Back to Smith. Oh, good turn here, Smith. Away by Villa. Comes to Winterburn. Great turn here by Smith. Look at this. Inside McGrath. Seeley watched it all the way. Rocastle. Carter can't get the ball in. He might get a second opportunity though. It's curled in towards Smith, and it could come here to Campbell. In his defence across very quickly. York. Cut inside, but the shot too far over the bar. Daly. Adams blocks, but it could come to Regis. Saved by Seaman. Parker was following up there, looking for a scrounger's goal. With England number 2 doing the job. Campbell. No power. He knows it. Dixon. Oh, that's a great piece of football there from the youngster. Daly. Seaman out there to meet him. And Daly knew that. Really, Seaman is a rough and tough campaigner. Yorkshireman from Rotherham. And throws it out so that the player can receive treatment. But there's Daly. Wallop. Seaman should be playing rugby, I think. It's hanging in the air. It could come to Hillier. And Seeley pushes it out, but it's still not clear. Is that a penalty? Smith takes the tumble. And according to Mr. Hackett, and who should know best than he, it was no penalty. Onside. He's tight, but Daly, Seaman again stopping him in his tracks. Well, that's the end of the game, and not much really to shout about as it finishes goalless, point shared, 0-0.
There were a lot of good individual performances that day. We played very well defensively, and in the closing stages of the game really should have snatched it.
Perhaps the bulk of your spending, Steve Staunton and Dalian Atkinson on the sidelines that day, so you have faith in the youngsters?
Very much so. I mean, what we've said is, yes, if good players become available and we can get them, we'll get them. But I'm very much aware of the fact that at the club we've got a group of youngsters, I think, between 18 and 21, who've got a fair bit of talent. And now, if they can convince me that they're worth a place, they'll get it.
Is it attitude as much as talent at that age?
I think sometimes, I mean, like young Froggatt. Young Froggatt has got, I think, you know, he's not nervous. Now, I remember throwing Whiteside in at Manchester when he was 16, and everybody said you can't throw him in, but, you know, the temperament was right. And I think that's important. They've got to have a good temperament. And then, once they're in there, they've got to want to succeed.